Hello everybody, back again with more Minecraft stuff, as we can see. So apparently everybody loves watching movies about Minecraft, because apparently they get 80 billion views or something like that, at least 80 billion more views than Nightmare House does, which is a shame because Nightmare House was actually pretty fun. Anyways, so right now I'm on the Aperture Games Minecraft Server. Pretty much been calling that my home as of late. Pretty nice server. Freaking gigantic. Haven't really interacted too much with the locals, besides sometimes popping in from time to time. I pretty much kind of went off and found my own little island to populate, and then a couple other people showed up as well. Right now I'm standing on top of Anticontram's tower. As you can see from, well, me looking around and from the mini-map, it takes up a pretty big amount of space. It's also pretty high, which is great because it gives me a good view of this forest right here, which is what I've actually been working on for a while. It's called the Forest of Dysis. D-Y-S-I-S. It's weird. It's like named after one of the levels in Mega Man Zero 2. I'm lame. Yeah, totally great. Anyways, so it's gigantic. I estimate it probably is around 5,000–6,000 trees, probably more in it, and there should probably be a bunch growing right now because I just added another 8 layers to it. Yeah. Basically, let's see, what else can I see up here? Oh yes, right there, what I'm pointing at is the skeleton spawn trap that's set up by Anticontram and the Heckler. Basically, it's one of them found a dungeon with a skeleton spawner, and they set it up so that the skeletons spawn, fall down into water, and they are killed by the water, and it flows the arrows down to a nice collection point, so you can have infinite arrows. And right there, pretty much the same, but with spiders instead, so infinite string, which means infinite cloth, which is something you don't find very often on multiplayer servers, because there's no monsters other than those nice dungeons. Great. Anyways, so, the forest. Been working on that for a while. Trying to make it bigger and everything, as server's going to be having a little bit of a map reset soon, and day before that it's going to be a grief day. And I'm going to be setting this entire thing on fire, which, yeah, I'll also be putting up here. Because, well, apparently people like watching things burn in Minecraft, and what better thing to burn than an entire freaking forest of thousands and thousands and thousands of trees. Anyways, that's besides the point. Now, what I should do is, go down there. Whee! Splat. Ah, now it's going nighttime. That's gonna make traversing the forest a little bit more difficult. Yeah, my base is located somewhere deep inside this forest. It's proven to be rather difficult to get to nowadays. Back when I originally started, it wasn't so bad. There were only a few layers of trees to get through. Now there's a lot. A very large amount. And it can take a while, unless, of course, you're lucky and are able to find a way to get on top of the trees, which I know there's some accesses around here somewhere. Yeah, I know I could just, like, break some tree leaves or whatever to get up there, but see, I like leaving this as pristine as I can. Ooh, here we go. Aha! Now we're on top of the trees. It makes it a bit easier, even though it's still pretty difficult to actually find where my base is, because, well, there's... Oh, no, that's not it. That's just a big tree. Oh, there we go. Guess it's a bit easier to find in the dark because it's got lights around the entrance to it. And, haha! Oh, we are here. Yeah, all the names are based off of Mega Man Zero 2 stuff. I felt like doing that because it was a cool name. So, yeah. Anyways, let me get down to level 2. Lookout, storage, living quarters. So we've got storage. I guess this isn't really very good storage. This was actually the very first room that was ever built of this entire base. when I originally came here, there's a bit of a hole in this nice little cliff facing out onto the lake here, river, ocean, whatever it is. And so I decided, I should turn this into a nice little base. And then it grew. So that was basically where everything started out. And then eventually this spread out into living quarters over here. Yeah, the Mega Man Legends texture mod makes things look a little bit different. These are supposed to be bookshelves, by the way. So imagine these as bookshelves. And we got several vacant rooms here because, well, I've seen maybe a total of 5 people ever around this area. So, I mean, yeah. And then we've got over here, up here we've got the lookout area, which at some point in time I was debating over whether or not to actually turn this into an actual tower or have it build upwards or not, but I decided not to because I'm lazy. So you got a pretty good view of everything around you. Well, except for right here, there's a tree. Woo. Head back down. And if you go in here, you've got a lookout of my residence, which is, well, I'll explain that when I get down there. Anyways, we go down to level 3. This is our boathouse and the farm. Go to the boathouse first. Over here, as you'll notice, I seeded grass throughout most of the base. We've got another entrance. This is probably the easiest way to get in, just the ocean entrance. See? Nice and easy. Awesome. We get to the farm. Got wheat production and bamboo production. Yeah, it works pretty well. Nice and easy to figure out. Get down to level 5. This is my residence. This house is completely undecorated. Yes, yes it is. Not a single damn thing. I built this nice big house and I never even decorated it. Didn't even put anything in its basement. Didn't even finish walling the basement even, or doing anything like that. Well, whatever. This whole server's gonna burn in a few days anyways. Then we get to the mine, the forge, and storage. Mine is actually just more of caves that I had actually well, not recently, but discovered a long time before. And eventually was able to connect them back to this nice little base here. And we've got all my storage. Well, this isn't really a storage area. This is basically easy access storage. Used to have a bunch of nice stuff here, but then I sold most of it for money, which decided to go away. The economy. All sorts of other stuff. Yeah, building forests of gigantic size gets you lots and lots of fog. Fog? What? Logs. Yeah. Garbage disposal using cactus. Awesome. And this would eventually have actually, well, if the server lasted longer, would become a gigantic storeroom with all my stuff. Cobblestone, dirt, gravel, sand, glass, smooth stone. Awesome. Forge. It's not gigantic, but it's got 12 furnaces. Pretty decent. And that's an empty room. Never purposed it. Head down further. We get down to level 12, the wood farm and the cactus farm. We got this nice little setup and a cactus farm, which I decided to surround with bamboo because I had lots and lots of extra. And yeah, very small. I could probably have afforded raping pigs with rape stick. Thank you. Anyways, I probably could have afforded to make that a bit bigger. But whatever. We get down to the subway. This would have been a lot nicer if minecarts actually worked in multiplayer. See, all this stuff is supposed to have tracks and stuff. Tracks are currently disabled in this server. But nice, because this is actually a perfect setup. It would basically give you, I'm forgetting the words. Basically keeps the minecart going around and around and around in a loop. Then you just basically board it. It sends you through. you're riding a minecart, you can actually pass through half blocks without taking damage or anything, so that's a nice way to close that off. Yeah, basically, this will send you off way down this way. I'm not even bothered going all the way down there because that goes on for a hell of a long time. And then there's another tunnel that I never actually really extended at all. That goes nowhere, obviously. So that's the subway. Well, what would have been the subway if minecarts actually worked. Single player map it works. But yeah, and my strip mine, which is basically just, well, strip mining. Surprise. What, were you expecting like something else? I don't know. Yeah, just, yeah. And then, you go down the stairs even further, a couple more levels down, and you reach bedrock, which is this very circuity rock. Which means, yes, I have grass all the way down to bedrock. Just in case, you never know if you want to start a tree farm or some nice outdoorsy looking place at the very bottom of the world. Anyways, that is basically the entirety of my base, and a very small portion of the forest leading up to the base, because, yeah, trying to, like, go throughout the entire forest would be freaking ridiculous. And I really need to figure out some sort of more efficient way of spiraling deep into the ground and stuff, because this takes forever to climb. I have to use some of those like switches and gates and stuff that are over in some other area in the server. Stuff's pretty cool. I'm sure Wayward probably have that up on his thing, his YouTube channel, Aperture Games, blah blah blah. Maybe I'll have a link to it, just be nice and everything. Should check out their stuff. It's a lot better showcase of this entire server. I'm just showing off this little area that's basically my stuff and some of Anticontram's and the Heckler's stuff. Trees. Lots of them. Basically, there's enough trees and wood here and everything to supply pretty much the entire server forever. It's weird, I've been on the server for a little bit before this map started, and I've barely seen any... Ooh! Shrub! I've barely seen... shrubs. Barely seen anything else besides this little island, really. And yes, I know I could have the fog distance up further, but unfortunately my Minecraft has a tendency of randomly closing when I have the fog all the way at max, even with that nice little patch that's supposed to stop the crashing and everything. Kinda sucks. Now, let's see if I can find that tree. Ah, there it is. Just gonna show off the string thing real quick. Come down here. And, yeah. Might be hard to see on YouTube because of the darkness and everything, but got glass, water here. It says collection point. Silk Factory by Anticontram and the Heckler. Oh, yeah, there you go. Basically, I actually set up to use a cactus up there to deal the damage to the spiders. And when the cactuses kill the spiders, which will... Oh, there we go, string. And really, you can just stand right here, let the game go for a couple hours, just kind of stand around doing nothing, and you'll come back and have a crap ton of string, which allows you to make cloth, because that's totally useful. And yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, well, I guess I'll stop filming then. Goodbye until Grief Day, when this all burns. Yes.